It's never been a better time to get into 3D printing. Products like the Bambu line of printers have made this hobby more accessible and affordable than ever. You're super excited, everyone's making these awesome creations and you want to just jump straight in. But before you place your order on your 10X1C print farm, there's some really important questions you need to ask to make sure you're making the best choice. So subscribe if you like, I'm Alex, and this is what you need to do before you get that 3D printer. Alright, so probably the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what will this printer actually be solving for you? These machines are so versatile and the world is essentially an oyster with what you can create with them. But in what ways will this printer help you and help you achieve your own personal goals? You know, you've seen these 3D printed desk cable management systems, and it's going to help you optimize your life 10x. Maybe you're really into D&D and see yourself printing hundreds of props for your campaign. But just ask yourself this simple question: do I need a 3D printer to accomplish this? Your problem may have already been solved in some other simpler way that doesn't require a dedicated machine. A product may already exist that tidies your cables for you, and your D&D campaign may, in reality, only need a few one-off set pieces that you could just commission instead. The answer may be to get a 3D printer. Just make sure you're not getting caught up in the excitement of it all. Take a step back and ask yourself if the printer really is the best solution for your personal goals. This one's easy to forget, but where will this printer physically go? There's quite a few form factors, from something like the A1 Mini to what is essentially a big old cube with the X1C. Do you physically have the space to accommodate for one of these machines? These can be fairly formidable appliances, and you may be caught off guard with not just where you're putting the machine itself, but also all the extra accessories and equipment that along the way you'll find you need. How much time do you have? The concept of this device that can create something out of seemingly thin air is amazing. However, it is most certainly not instant. Depending on the size and complexity, a print could take anywhere from a few hours to days or weeks. Does this timeline align with your goals? You may have big ideas and inspirations, but where turnarounds for just a single object can be quite long, ask yourself how much time you can realistically put into this, and whether it's fast enough for you. If you have dozens and dozens of items you'd like to produce, that may very well equal months and months of real time to actually complete. Are you okay with that? So 3D printers have definitely become affordable enough now that it's really opened up the space to so many more people. As nice as it'd be to just print out of literal thin air, definitely remember all the running costs plus all the consumables, and there is also many consumables. You're obviously going to get through a lot of filament just creating stuff, but also factor in trial and error, plus not to forget general filament wastage. If you're using Bambu printers, the lead time between ordering from them and actually getting the material can be quite long. A lot of the third-party filaments can work pretty well with the Bambu printers, so if you're interested in more options, check the description below for some alternatives. Are you comfortable with the noise and byproducts these machines can make? With a 3D printer often running 24/7, you gotta remember, these can get pretty loud when they print. If you need a quiet environment for work, family, or just your own sanity, do you have a system in place to mitigate this? On that same note, depending on the materials you're using, 3D printers can give off some fairly toxic fumes, so you'll need to factor in ventilation on top of all this. This one varies with your approach, but ask yourself this honest question: how creative are you? This tool can enable people to create some truly ingenious designs, and there are endless examples of this. But coming up with beautiful and clever designs from scratch is way harder than it looks. What's great is that there is a large, vibrant community of fellow makers who are sharing excellent designs that you can use yourself. If your plan for the printer is more one to tap into this ever-expanding flow of designs, then honestly, creativity isn't all that important. However, if your vision is where you're creating your own original concepts and creations, is problem solving something that comes naturally to you? At the end of the day, these machines are just tools. They can help you create anything, but you'll also need the right mindset to go along with it. If you're in the makerspace, 3D printing is, and continues to become, an essential part of the ecosystem. You'd really be missing out not adding it to your toolset. However, as we've discussed, it's definitely a considered purchase, and you've got to make sure you're making an informed decision. I hope this video has helped, and thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.